Now this in from Colorado, a contact there sent me this about Colorado. He says, we have had exactly this major problem in the Pike National Park. Excuse me. He quote, we have had exactly this major problem in the Pike National Forest, located in western Douglas County, Colorado. The Douglas County Sheriff's Department believes the Mexican Mafia was involved, hiring illegals to guard their crop. Evidence of such folks camping nearby includes some booby traps. The danger to hikers who may trip over the traps or the armed guards is obvious. The proponents of legal marijuana in Colorado were misguided in believing Proposition 64 will reduce crime, as those who think the Mexican Mafia will simply pack their bags and go home are fools. They will use all tactics to maintain control of this cash crop. Threats, assault, murder, torture. You can take action. You call your senators and representatives and ask them, why have they allowed this to happen? Why are they allowing it to continue happening? And what are they going to do about it? The toll-free numbers are 866-220-0044 or 877-851-6437. Those numbers and story are up on my website. In Nebraska, you would contact Representative Lee Terry, Adrian Smith, Jeff Fortenberry. Senators would be Senator Deb Fisher and Senator Mike Johans. Okay, what's happening in Chicago, Illinois? This is commentary by Michael Cutler. Michael Cutler writes for Californians for Population Stabilization. You can reach him or see his website, michaelcutler.net. This time, the predication for my CAPS commentary was a report that aired on the CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley on August 23, 2012. The focus of Pelley's alarming report was how warring Mexican drug cartels are engaged in a blood conflict on the streets of Chicago, Illinois, for control of the lucrative drug trade. Shootouts are becoming so commonplace in neighborhoods in Chicago that Jack Riley, the current special agent in charge, was quoted in the CBS News report as saying this, quote, daily turf battles over drugs and distribution, he said, are turning parts of this Midwest city into a Mexican border town, end quote. The proceeds from the drug trade flood into the coffers of transnational gangs, drug cartels, and terrorist organizations. If the federal government continues to refuse to truly secure our borders and not just be empty words but meaningful deeds, how many Americans are likely to die in the next 4 years? What's going on? Let's see. Okay, I think we're ready for the videos. These are reasons. What you're about to see, the videos and the pictures contain graphic images. So I wanted to caution you up front. These are reasons why you should not allow gun restrictions or bans on the Second Amendment. First, we're going to go to Texas. Go ahead and roll that video, please.
Any and everybody in the ranching business in South Texas is exposed to imminent danger anytime they go out on their property.
The media doesn't report a tenth of what we see out there.
People from the other side, the Mexican side, were shooting the vehicle. 2 shots were fired. Each one of them hit within 18 inches of each man. And they immediately crawled up the wall to get out immediately and were shot at again.
You know, we're not secure. The borders are not secure. We're porous.
They just bring drugs and load right in front of you.
The nasty word spill over. No one likes to hear it, but it's here.
These farmers and these ranchers are at a point where they're afraid to go onto their own land.
Everybody sleeps with a rifle or a shotgun in their bedroom.
I have 2 kids that I can't let play outside.
I'm hoping that the state or federal government can realize the type of activity going on right in our own homeland.
A lot of people have quit. and they've left and gotten out of the cattle business, and now they're trying to sell their property, and they can't even sell the property because of the human trafficking through the property.
I've often thought about just folding up camp and going somewhere else.
The drug cartels are here, and they're not just in this area or the valley, South Texas. They're further north. They're well into the United States.
Their objective is not to come to Texas. Their objective is to come into the United States. So this is a United States problem.
Shocking, isn't it? All right, and then there's also up on my website, it was a little bit lengthy of a video, but it's from a rancher, Linda Vickers, who is a part of the Texas Border Volunteers. She can tell you firsthand what they go through down there on her ranch. Okay, now let's go to Arizona. This set of video clips is called Southern Exposure. The documentary presents the backstory of illegal immigration, produced by Stan Wald.
Mexican government, as it stands, is incredibly corrupt. If you give them $1, 90 cents arrives in Switzerland before your coffee's brewed.
Those who are in disfavor from the cartel are tied and put into a 50-gallon drum, and then diesel fuel poured in around them and light them up. And that's where they died.
Border Patrol agents and our Department of Homeland Security have caught many people coming across the border who have ties to countries or organizations who sponsor terrorism.
The supporters would execute all white males over age 16. Now, why are we teaching this to our public school students?
Because when they say today we march, tomorrow we vote, in another 20 years, they're going to be voting to take down whatever things you guys are all fighting for today.
It's not just the numbers that die. The amount of human suffering is immense.
Shocking and unacceptable. And it isn't just the President Barack Hussein Obama's administration, although he is fast-tracking the erasing of our borders. But this has been leading up for many years with very many different presidents. This is the kind of information I've been dealing with since 2006. Information from across our entire country. I hope now you understand why I and so many others have fought so hard to deter and stop illegal immigration and push to get our borders secured. It's ironic that anyone can walk across our borders without a problem, but a citizen or legal immigrant is patted down, felt up, and x-rayed to board an airplane. Next week we're going to be looking into jihadist training camps and touch on some other issues. Again, I encourage you, there are many action items that you might want to take action on. Please go to my website, thesusansmithshow.wordpress.com, to get that contact information. I'm Susan Smith. Happy New Year.